It's 10 o'clock, and this is Fox 10 Talks. Can you believe it? It's already 2026 in various parts of the world. Sydney, Australia. Let's see, this was 6 a.m. this morning, our time. Let me roll this video for you because it was pretty impressive. The fireworks show over the famous Sydney Harbor and the bridge, which our director, Ronnie, tells me she has hiked the bridge. That is such a bucket list item for me. And can you imagine being there for the New Year's celebration? I mean, every year they just knock it out of the ballpark. And the pictures were so spectacular. We wanted to share it with you. It all starts at 5 in the morning, our time, with Auckland, New Zealand. Then at 6 in the morning, it's Australia. And we just continue to kind of go around the world. So we are keeping an eye on all the various video coming in this morning. And it's really cool. That's for sure. So good morning on the final day of 2025. And thanks for hanging out with us here on Fox 10 Talks. I'm Ron Hoon. Syleste will be joining, in the next 5 minutes or so. And let me just get you the poll question right now because we're already getting a lot of action on it. Which describes your feelings about the coming year? 73% are saying very hopeful. 2026 is going to be great. 9% are saying, I'd be fine with a little improvement when it comes to these prices I pay, plus politics and my health as well. And then 18% are saying not good. Really worried about our country. So, yeah, you can see those numbers moving around, the QR code, first chance for you guys to vote on it. And, we would love to get your input. Bella will be reading some of your comments as the morning goes on. Now, we are just a couple hours away from the wrap-up to a successful season for the ASU Sun Devils. And so with the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl coming up here in just a couple hours' time, I see that Blake is joining us live in the world's largest bowl of Tony the Tiger cereal. What's happening, Blake?
We're in a bowl of Frosted Flakes, Ron. We've got all sorts of stuffed cereal in this giant bin of cereal. I mean, you can literally just lay it. I mean,
I love it.
I mean, seriously, I was doing flips in it earlier.
Yeah.
It's the best. I mean, come on.
Sure.
It's a beautiful day for football. People should grab their Frosted Flakes. Get the cereal. Going to be an entertaining bowl game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now, is that the very bowl that the Tony the Tiger himself is going to be jumping into during the live broadcast of the game?
Not only Tony the Tiger, but the winning team is going to jump in here too as well. So you're going to have players, coaches, everybody's going to get involved with the Frosted Flakes.
Oh my gosh, that's so great. Hey, look, I mean, what we know is this. The Pop-Tarts Bowl has now set a new standard. So you got to be a little goofy, a little, just have fun with it. Why not, right?
What? It's football. It's fun, Ron. Come on.
Yeah, man. I cannot wait for this game. So why would you say what the heck does Vegas know anyway? Why would the Duke Blue Devils, who lost 5 games this year, actually be favored over our favorite ASU Sun Devils?
Well, Ron, I will tell you, they won the ACC championship. It's actually the first time a conference champion has played here in the Sun Bowl. And so they also have a quarterback, Darian Mensah. He's a redshirt freshman, transferred from Tulane, and he's been lighting up the country, leads the ACC in passing yards with 3,600 passing yards, 30 touchdowns. That's top 5 in the country. And most of their players who are on that championship team are still playing. Meanwhile, ASU has 19 members of their 2 deep not available today. Jordan Tyson's not going to be playing. Raleek Brown's not going to be playing. So a lot of their key starters aren't going to be available.
Hey, you mentioned Jordan Tyson. Is he going to be a first-round draft pick, do you think?
not only a first-round draft pick, Ron, I believe he's going to be a top 10 NFL round draft pick. He is just a special talent, a special human, special character, more so than his abilities on the field. He's a very kind and caring young man. He's literally just over there on the field talking it up with Hines Ward right now.
What?
He's out here supporting his teammates, has been throughout bowl practices. He could have shut it down, just got ready for the bowl, get ready for the NFL draft, but instead he's out here still supporting his guys, and that speaks a lot about him.
All right, who's your photog? Can they swing over and show us that?
Yeah.
Jordan Tyson and Hines Ward.
I don't have a photog. I'm MMJing myself.
You are amazing. You, my friend, are amazing. The way you set that camera up and the whole thing. So, Blake, what is it? We were just chatting with you. Sold out game on AZAM, and there's a lot of fans from ASU that made their way out.
Yes, tons of ASU fans are here. I mean, last night at the Fan Fiesta, there were just passionate ASU fans everywhere. People might have saw on the Late Show last night. There were tons of ASU fans fired up for this game, have enjoyed the experience. Everyone here in El Paso is so kind, so welcoming. Very, very warm welcome we've all received here. Everyone's been super accommodating. And like you said, yeah, it's going to be a sold-out game. Going to be packed in the stands with maroon and gold. And the band's here. The ASU marching band's here, the pride of the Southwest. So going to be a lot of good energy here in El Paso.
Oh, that is just so great. Now we got to talk a little bit about the team here.
Yes.
Because there were so many rumors that Coach Kenny, we want to let Coach cook. Let Kenny cook here in Arizona for years to come. How serious do you think was the talk or even the threat that he might have left us here in the Valley for that Michigan, honestly, probably one of the top 3 coaching jobs in the country?
Ron, I don't think the threat was all that significant. I think the leverage was significant for Dillingham to use. Dillingham, in my opinion, I don't think was ever going to leave ASU. He just couldn't say that to fans outwardly, or else he loses all leverage to negotiate with Michael Crow and Graham Rossini. His sister lives right behind him. His parents live 3 doors down. This is home for Kenny Dillingham. He has continued to say that over and over and over again, but if he wants to get more resources to keep his amazing coaching staff of assistants he has right now, who he says have turned down other head coaching opportunities themselves, while in addition getting his players paid through NIL and increased revenue. I mean, he called upon someone to donate $20 million to ASU football. So he's trying to leverage as many resources as he can. He says always he's trying to push ASU to its highest possible capacity, and that's what he was doing in that situation. Hence, he gets a raise, his assistants get a raise, his players are going to get more investment from the university. So it kind of just was a win for the whole parties on all parts.
I'm glad you mentioned that when he made that big announcement, the $20 million, he came up in front of everyone, Blake, and you saw it, and he said, someone out there has got to have $20 million check they can write. I'm thinking to myself, I want to know who that individual is. We need to have them on the stream here. Yeah, it's incredible. What an incredible question to pose.
Can he hit me up? I could use some.
I know, right? So let me ask you this. Let's talk about the position of QB. Obviously, there's been a lot of chatter about Sam Levitt entering the portal. What's going to happen in your perspective? You're so tied in. You're friends with Scat. You know a lot of these players one-on-one. What are your thoughts on where we go from here?
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that, Celeste. I actually just about 15 minutes ago was catching up with ASU's incoming quarterback recruit, who's a native of El Paso, grew up going to every single Sun Bowl, actually practiced with the team this week. His name's Jake Fetty. He's a 4-star recruit. He turned down offers from LSU, Ole Miss, Texas Tech, big-time schools, stuck with ASU. He's going to be an incoming quarterback. And then they also have a quarterback right now, Cam Dyer, who Sun Devil fans might get to see a first look at today. He is the New Mexico Player of the Year last year, has been a redshirt behind backup of Jeff Sims while Sam Levitt was injured. Jeff Sims became the starter. Cam Dyer was then the backup. Never had to use him in that situation. Probably going to get a look at him today. And then I'm almost certain Kenny Dillingham actually said it, that they're 100% going to be getting a transfer quarterback. I don't know exactly who they're going to get, but we'll see how that plays out. But I'm excited about Jake Fetty. He's a talent for sure.
All right, let's talk about the coaching carousel. I could do an hour with you just on this one topic, but huge hires this year. The sigh of relief in the Valley that that Kenny Dillingham is staying here
Yes.
is so important. Which, though, let's just talk about some of these huge hires. Which would you say is the biggest, maybe the one that's we'll see the best success? You got Kyle Whittingham going to Michigan, Matt Campbell going to Penn State, and a guy named Bob Chesney, who, oh, by the way, JMU was in their own league, they were superstars this year. He's going to UCLA. What's the number one on your radar screen?
I think Kyle Whittingham is the more perfect fit for Michigan. I think what he's been able to do at Utah over the past couple of decades, him taking it upon himself not to overstay his due and then choose to go and have an opportunity to help out Michigan. And he's that nose grind to the grindstone, tough mentality. He's got that Michigan energy more so than I think Kenny Dillingham does. Like, Kenny Dillingham would have been a great coach. He's the ideal coach that you have in college football right now. Young, can connect with players. But Kyle Whittingham seems to have more of that Michigan mentality, would be able to relate with that fan base more. And I think he can really turn that thing into a contender once again real quick.
What would you say? I cannot wait to hear your answer to this. The most talked about coach in all of college football is also an older guy, also in his 60s, Curt Cignetti. What has he done to take a program that was sort of nowhere? We're talking about Indiana. They may very well win the national championship. You've studied him pretty closely. What has he done to turn that program 180 and make it the number one most successful program in all of college football?
Well, Ron, as he says, just Google him. But seriously, he's brought this old school mentality, I feel, of no BS, no excuses, really straight up with the players. And I think, like, he's won everywhere he's gone, from the lowest levels to NAIA to, D1 and the group of 5 level with JMU. And he's just a guy who's always not let other people dictate what a program can be. He's had a greater vision, and I think he's been able to take players that were necessarily under the radar and turn them into better players by his coaching, and that's hard to do in this age. He hasn't been able to use all the NIL and transfer portal. He's been able to bring guys from grassroots programs and a group of 5 schools and turn them into really high caliber players, like Fernando Mendoza coming from Cal and now the Heisman Trophy winner.
Oh my gosh, he has been, Mendoza, so fun to watch.
Hey, by the way, Syleste, we got 15 seconds left, Blake. Give us your prediction, final score, today's Sun Bowl.
Oof. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to pick Duke to win this one. I'm going to go with 24-17.
And you went to ASU.
Oh, Syleste,
I hope the Sun Devils aren't. I hope they aren't listening.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, we hope you've enjoyed your last appearance here on Fox 10 Talks, Blake.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Okay, break time. Let's go. Mystery Cam. We'll be right back. Always fun with Blake. All right, Celeste, we're getting
Yes,
some
sir.
guesses already in on the mystery cam. That is one big bridge in one frozen section of the USA.
Oh, my goodness. Are folks still braving those cold temps,
Yeah,
driving
right.
across? What a cool little building this is on the left, too, with
I
like the blue
agree.
roof.
Okay.
So we've got in Ohio from
Yep.
Brandy the Bookworm.
Nice.
Wisconsin, B. Miguel, Michigan, Dong, 1453. Husky Mom says Michigan, question mark. Upper Peninsula with Michigan with Jared of Sonora. And welcome back to Jen, by the way. She has been a bit under the weather, one of our FTT family members, and she's back today.
Oh, that's so great. By the way, Jared of Sonora, all of a sudden he's jogging my memory here, says, is that the Mac Bridge, the big Mackinac Island Bridge? I think I'm going to go Michigan, Celeste.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to go Michigan.
All right. We're both on board. Here comes
is-
your... Oh, stand by. Here's Celeste.
Here is
with
your
the
mystery camera,
Mm-hmm.
and here is your answer: Mackinac City, Michigan.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, and it's a gorgeous shot too.
You got to cross
Pretty.
that bridge, and then you have to take a right
Yes.
away and go down into a little parking lot, and then you get a little ferry that goes out to Mackinac Island.
Oh, wow.
The
okay.
island where no cars are allowed.
Right. Just
It's still horse-drawn, clippity-clop
Yeah.
carriages
Do
going
you know
through
when we
town.
cross the bridge, Ron?
When?
When we get there.
Great.
That's when we cross the bridge.
Celeste, some of your deep thoughts are just amazing to me.
Yes.
Hey, look at the guest we have joining us today. It's Thomas Galvin, Maricopa County Supervisor, District 2, currently the chairman.
That's
Yes.
right. For
Correct.
now.
Running
for
the
now.
whole-
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Welcome
Year.
aboard. What have you made your New Year's resolutions for you or your family? or
Absolutely.
anybody for
My
this coming year?
resolution, and I do it
Yeah.
every year, and I always fail, is to sleep more, to get better
Oh,
sleep.
yeah.
That's always been a tough thing for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well, you were
that's
just
mine.
telling us you got 1 million people in your district.
Nearly, yep. That's right.
And of course, your goal is to meet every single one of them. So how you're ever going to get any sleep, who knows, right?
Yeah, really
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about your plans for 2026. Do you want to give us a wrap on what you think maybe the county accomplished that would be its maybe biggest accomplishment this year? And then as you look ahead to next year.
That's right. So I became chairman in January, and it's a year-long tenure. So next week, we'll be electing a new chairman of the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors. It's basically rotated every year. But when you're chairman, it's a very important position because you set the agenda and priorities for the board. And as you know, we're the fourth largest county in the nation, 4.5 million people. If Maricopa County was a state,
Yeah.
we'd be the 25th largest state in the country. And so we set out with a lot of ideas and thoughts and things that we wanted to get done. So in January, I said, we're going to have a consequential chairmanship, and we're going to deliver agenda to promote prosperity and to ensure security for Maricopa County residents. So we did it on economic development, on housing, on transportation, on business,
Right.
on better government ideas, elections, and also animal care and control, which is an important issue for us, and then a whole host of other issues that keep coming up across your desk that you can't plan for. So we're very proud of the year that we had, accomplished a lot, especially on public safety,
Yeah.
and then we're looking forward to 2026.
So you said it renews every year with a different person, right?
That's right.
And so how you mentioned a lot of things in that list.
Yes.
How do you get all that done in one year?
I've been asked that because when I had my speech in January and I had my list of what I wanted to do, people were like, yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
They go, you'll be lucky if you get a third
You
done,
must
if
have
you
a
get a
good
half
team.
done. I have an amazing team. Taylor, who handles communications, is here with me now. Garth is my chief of staff. Michelle handles constituent issues.
Yeah.
But you have to work with county staff to implement all these things because not only do you represent your district, but you represent the whole county.
Yeah.
So you have to look at it in a holistic sense. And so all of these different issues, when I campaigned the year before, these are the issues that people were talking to me about. One of the issues that kept coming up when I met with voters was housing affordability. And frankly, what I was seeing at the state level is that they were not addressing the issue. So I said in January, we're going to address housing affordability. And just now, this month, in December, we passed a brand new zoning ordinance to address that issue, and it's getting national attention.
What are the nuts
Yeah.
and bolts of it?
The nuts and the bolts of it is that we removed all of these restrictions and onerous regulations. And we are the largest county run by Republicans in the United States. And what I said we need to do is implement conservative philosophy and Republican ideals for local government. And that you rarely see that across the country.
Is that the housing bill that was passed by the state legislature, or is that different?
That's different. So this is
Okay.
what we did for our zoning. So we removed 50 pages from our zoning ordinance. We removed 15,000 words from our zoning ordinance. We took entire different sections, about 217, consolidated to 137. I grew up in New York. I fled New York City. I moved out here 20 years ago. I love Arizona. But in New York, what they do is they throw money at the problem.
Yeah.
Like the new mayor coming in and says, well, we're going to just throw money at rent control or rent stabilization. It doesn't work. It doesn't address the issue of supply and demand. And so this is one of the things I think we're going to see a real serious effect here over the next couple of years.
One of the headlines that I saw come across my desk, I don't know if this is your quote, or I know that protecting taxpayer dollars is your number one priority,
Right.
but it was like, we're going to out-Doge Doge.
Yes.
Was that your quote?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, how are you actually going to accomplish that?
Well, what happened is that we implemented what I call a budget performance system. And I said it's not a sexy name as Doge. That's what I was saying. So what we do is we tell every agency and every department, you literally have to prioritize every single program that you're spending on. And what it does, it forces them to tell you what's important for them and what's not important. And when you go to the bottom of the list and you see what's not important, boom, we lop it off. So the goal here is to cut 2% per year every single year. And as you guys know, in government, it never gets cut.
Right.
Government just keeps growing and growing and growing. And when you're forcing agencies and departments to literally line item prioritize what they're spending on, it forces them to realize what their mission is and to focus on that. And so at the very bottom, you're able to see, well, that's fraud, that's waste, that's abuse. And that's how we're able to maintain Maricopa County having the second largest budget in the state, but at the same time providing good services, but at the same time protecting your taxpayer dollars and your taxpayer dollars.
Okay. Another thing we wanted to ask about is a lot of hockey fans are pretty bummed out.
Yes.
They're like, do I have to go now root for the Utah? What are they, the Mammoth or something?
Yeah, I don't know, but like, can I wear my Coyotes gear?
I still wear my Coyote shirt.
I wore my
still have,
Coyotes hat on Christmas Eve when I went shopping. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
That's the game plan.
People miss them around here.
Yeah, I miss them. And I'm a big sports fan. I'm a sports nut, but also this is an economic development issue. And in Arizona, we attract sports teams. We don't lose sports teams. So I took it personally as a sports fan and as a Valley resident. And I said, well, let's try to get a hockey team back. So I met with NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman. And I said, frankly, I feel like a lot of politicians were doing their best to drive the Coyotes out of town. I want to bring the Coyotes back. And he was just like, this is great. I've never heard this before from a politician. But at the same time, we got to do it the right way, because the previous Coyotes ownership groups just were a shambolic effort of trying to find a stadium or a location. And for me, it's about finding a billionaire. So if you guys know any, please
Ron,
send them my way.
Ron.
I can tell you Kenny Dillingham's looking for one, too.
There you go.
So get in line.
20 billion.
And then two, obviously, is location for a good arena.
That's what I was going to say.
Yes.
Would you try to wedge it into the existing arena downtown, or would a new location somewhere in the county work? What's your
So
preference?
you can't wedge hockey into where the Suns play. It just doesn't fit. Ironically, that's the whole reason why the Coyotes were never able to find a location, because that arena never could able to fit pro hockey. But you have to find a good location. I've been very public about this. Downtown Phoenix, I think, is an ideal spot. Certain locations in Scottsdale would be great. The Salt River Pima Indian community has a great location. They just put an RFP out for a new project. Mesa has certain parts that would be really, really good.
Oh, yeah,
and then
Fiesta
obviously
Mall site.
the Fiesta Mall site, and then there's another couple sites in Mesa that we're looking at as well. So I've identified about 5 different sites that I think would be perfect for a world-class arena. But the trick is you got to put all the pieces together at the same time.
You know, you said before we went on the air, we were chatting with you about the areas in the district, East Valley, Mesa, Tempe, Scottsdale,
That's right.
Fountain Hills
Oh,
area.
you listen.
I feel like there has been, Tempe's my hometown, grew up in the Valley. And I remember way back, and Ron, you probably remember as well, when the Cardinals tried to move into
Right.
Tempe, that didn't work.
That's right.
The Coyotes have tried to move into Tempe. That did not
Right.
work. And what is the struggle with this site? When you look at the fan base and the money economically that it brings into the Valley, what's the struggle with moving something in Tempe?
Celeste, that's a great question. Unfortunately, it's politics.
Yeah.
That is a great location, right smack dab in the middle of the valley, right on the river. A great location where you have ASU, you have young people, you have families,
You have the
you have
airport.
great transportation, you have the airport. But unfortunately, politics in Tempe got in the way. And the message now over there is like, hey, don't even go there. Like, I'd even bring up the Tempe site as one of the potentials, but it is a great site. If the politics was different, I think you nailed it. It's a great location for a beautiful
It
facility.
really is.
Let me bring up I'm not kidding about this, the number one issue for Queen Creek and East Mesa, where I live, which is the 24 freeway.
Yes.
I'm sure you've driven it.
Yep.
I don't know who the engineer was that came up with this, but there's a 2-lane freeway with Ray Road coming on, Ellsworth coming, like 7 lanes, and it comes down to one skinny lane from the 24 to get onto the 202. It's a mess. What can be? I know there's a plan to, improve the 24, but you got to have 2 or 3 lanes from the 24 onto the 202. Are you working on that?
I agree. I'm not a traffic engineer, but but you can't create bottlenecks like this, right? It just makes sense. So be responsive to, basically, it's a customer service issue, right? Listen to what people are saying. This is a regional transportation plan. It's run by MAG, which is the Maricopa Association of Governments. It's also involving the state with ADOT. And then the county has its own transportation department, which we call MCDOT, Maricopa County Department of Transportation. It's an issue that I've been hearing about from my constituents as well. I just think it's really unfortunate, but it's fixable, right? And this is the kind of things that we know. Like, look at the Broadway curve.
Yes.
How that took a couple of years.
Oh, my gosh.
But I think it's better now.
Oh, my goodness. It's amazing.
Yeah. I still, in my mind, drive the old way, but then I realize it's taken me a much better way.
Am I going to the airport? Taking down the 143. What's going on?
Am I on the Holcomb?
Yeah. So I think that should be addressed. Absolutely.
One more question for you. I feel like we need to do a better job. I still miss the tortilla corn chip drop on New Year's Eve. Here are my ideas. I'm going to run them by you, and you're one of the men in charge, so you can make the final call. What about if we dropped a gigantic golden nugget as a nod to the Superstition Mountains?
Oh, that's a good idea.
The Lost Dutchman gold
At first, I thought it was a meteor crater, but I'm glad.
Thank you, Celeste.
Meteor.
Here's number 2. What about a Sonoran dog?
I like that one.
Oh, that's
I like
good.
that one.
Right down into a vat of salsa.
Yeah, you can get Hebrew National on board to kind of promote. I was already thinking of sponsorship.
Make Nathan's jealous.
Yes.
Here's number 3. What about just a raging, roaring sun? With a cowboy hat or a sombrero or something like that.
What are you dropping him into? Also a vat of salsa?
See, that was the problem. I just asked AI to create something. I'm like, no, that's the gold. Anyway, here's my favorite. A neat, Civic Space Park.
Yes.
The neon cactus that could come down from the spaceship.
Yes.
And land. Look at the way people love it.
Yeah.
We have 10 seconds left. What's your choice?
The cactus. Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you make that happen by next year?
But you got to have the little pokey needle sticking out so a tourist inevitably will get hurt, because they always get hurt on cactus here, right? It's a rite of passage.
I'm going to go with the Sonoran dog. If you do go cactus, you got to get like blue agave on, or like a tequila company to sponsorship.
That's good.
I'm thinking about the money.
That's right.
That was the fastest 15 minutes in TV
It was.
there.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks
Appreciate
for being
it.
with us
Thank
today.
you.
Come see us again next year.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll take a break. Be right back.
Thank you, guys. That was great.
All right, everybody, welcome back.
Oh.
Ooh, I like that look right there from Dean Fazzini calling up. I think that's actually a ski hill in Pennsylvania.
I think it might be as well.
Dean's old stomping ground.
I'm looking down to the bottom left.
Yeah.
Something resort. Did you see that?
Oh, yeah.
On the
let's go
mystery
back to
camera.
it.
Yeah, right at the bottom left hand, and it tells you where the location is, which resort it is. But that's pretty cool. The visibility very low, but kids are on the tubes this morning.
I love the fact that you can also go tubing there. It doesn't have to be just skiing or snowboarding. In fact, that's look at it. There's like a whole bunch of them now.
Oh, it's a tubing park.
There's like a dozen coming down right now. Let's see who wins. Look at this right there.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, the easy winner.
How great.
Yeah.
They got to wax up those tubes.
Yeah, they do. Okay, so it's New Year's Eve, and, one of the things people are focused on, of course, is making sure that everything's going to run smoothly at all the various events from around the country.
Mm-hmm.
And so DUI patrols, people need to be aware of that kind of a thing. However, this is very interesting, Celeste.
Yes.
There are certain rules that people have to follow when it comes to the fireworks. And so this year, they're going to roll out a fireworks patrol.
Okay.
Check this out.
The last thing you need to do is shoot your gun over there and needlessly kill someone that is nowhere near you.
Okay, so they've organized a task force. They're going to be out there patrolling for illegal fireworks. And so they include fines, by the way. You got to buy the legal ones. You try to shoot off the illegal ones, which are the ones that go straight up into the air.
Right.
You're looking at a $1,000 fine.
Absolutely.
They're really going to get serious about it this year.
Well, here's the thing is that it's incredibly dangerous.
Yes.
And you want to make sure that everyone keeps their limbs.
Yes, limb protection.
Limb and life. We're not just living life. We want to protect your limb and your life.
And look at all the fireworks that will be happening. The legit fireworks shows that are going to be happening, we're happy about that, that's for sure. But just keep in mind, only be handling the legal fireworks, not the illegal ones. Now, I will just say, when it comes to keeping our streets safe, we have the DUI patrols that are once again going to be out there. I think actually they've been going since before Christmas, but tonight's going to be a huge focus. And the message from law enforcement is pretty simple. Have a good time, but just figure out a way to get home safely, Celeste.
Yes.
You know Maureen Signs up in beautiful Prescott Valley.
Yes.
She's one of our most loyal viewers.
Yes.
I just saw what
Maureen.
she posted, I don't know, maybe an hour ago. Average cost of a DUI when you pay the fines and possible loss of a job.
Yes.
Rounded out to about $10,000.
Wow. I believe it. And it's not just the money, because maybe you can get on a payment plan or something like that, but you lose your license.
Yep.
Your potential, depending on how much you've been drinking.
Probably lose your job.
Lose your job,
Yep.
especially because you can't get to work unless you Waymo or Uber. Then you're spending more money.
Yep.
There's so many. And, that's if you don't accidentally hurt someone on the roadways,
right?
Or worse yet, kill someone while you're driving under the influence.
Such a good point. So you compare that to the cost of like an Uber ride of $20.
Yeah, or even like $80.
Use your noggin.
Yeah, it's not even worth it.
Do not be like this guy in the. Let me just look here. I'm looking for the. Here we go. Right.
And right about there in the shallow end. The shallow end's only this deep.
Okay.
And there's block walls in it. She landed on top of it. If she was 4 feet this way or 2 feet that way, she would concrete.
Crazy.
And you know the end result of that. So she was blessed, and I'm blessed.
Okay, so there you go, listening to the homeowner up there in Vegas, and they're saying a suspected drunk driver. If you haven't seen the video yet, a lot of folks talking about it around the country. Homeowner said, get this, he was just a couple of minutes away from hopping in the hot tub.
Oh,
that
wow.
would have had a completely different
ending.
But he said it sounded like a freight train.
I bet. And how crazy that car just flipped and turned and the whole thing.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
okay, so all those kinds of things are what we're trying to avoid. So
Yes.
that's why we invited a special guest to join us today, Celeste.
Officer Aaron Bolin. Good to see you, my friend.
Hi, good morning. Happy New Year to you
Scottsdale
both.
PD. You guys do a great job on the roadways. You've already been patrolling them just with Christmas and Christmas Eve and things like that. But you also have some patrols that are going to begin for New Year's Eve tonight.
Yeah, that's right. And so we had a DUI task force that started back on November 28th, so essentially the weekend right after Thanksgiving. And it's been weekend nights ever since then.
Yeah.
And then it'll culminate basically tonight for the holiday task force will be for New Year's Eve tonight. And we're working with our East Valley partners. We have Chandler, Mesa, a bunch of other agencies that are working with us. I think DPS is one of them as well. And the idea is to do saturation patrols, make sure that we're out there. They're looking for impaired driving behavior. So people that can't maintain their lane, people who may be stopped at a green light or potentially run a red light.
Yeah.
And things like that. And really looking to make sure the roads are safe for everyone. We do want people to celebrate and have a good time. We should all be looking forward to bringing in the new year for 2026. There could be a lot of excitement and hope for the new year.
Yeah.
Just celebrate safely. That's really the message, is just make sure you're doing it safely and get that sober, safe ride home.
Now, I understand there's been some concern about Celeste. And so you brought in a breathalyzer.
I'm not driving right now, by the way, so there's no danger
You are
involved.
operating a microphone.
And I do have high heels on.
Don't mess with those heels. You're going to show us?
Yeah, so we could do a quick demonstration on it.
breathalyzer?
Yeah,
Okay.
so this is a portable or preliminary breath tester, and it's calibrated and it's accurate, but the results typically are not used in court. So whatever the number is, the officer will make it part of the report and part of their overall observation,
Right.
but the number that usually shows up on here is not used in court. Now, if someone is arrested for suspicion of DUI, then they have to basically submit to tests of breath or blood or other bodily substances. Sometimes we need to test other fluids in the body for drugs and things like that.
Ooh, yeah.
But this, with the combination of the officer's evaluation of the driving behavior, the evaluation of the person and their physical appearance, any odor of intoxicating beverage on their breath, this just kind of helps guide the investigation which way it needs to go. Because like yesterday, we did it live in studio.
Yeah.
Celeste blew 000s. But if we were seeing someone who couldn't maintain their balance, was slurred speech, maybe their eye pupils are at pinpoints, and we're getting 000s, but there's obvious signs of impairment because maybe they wrecked their vehicle like through a wall into a pool, then the investigation would tell us, well, now we need to be looking at this as a drug impairment, maybe not an alcohol impairment.
You know,
right?
let's talk about drug impairment if we can for a moment.
Yeah.
If somebody is smoking pot, I think like people have always said, oh, well, at least I'm not drinking, but smoking pot. Smoking, it doesn't matter whether or not it's something as simple as smoking pot, or what if it's illegal? What if they legally have a license to smoke marijuana or consume it?
Yeah, and for people who are over 21, marijuana is legal recreationally as well, right? It used to be the medical, and now it's recreational. Got to be over 21. Yeah, so that can be a challenge, right? And then, you know, with alcohol, you typically have the reading of what the alcohol content is on the label of whatever it is you're drinking. For marijuana, it can be different. And that's just one of the cautions we want to make sure people know too, is just to make sure if you feel that you're affected by whatever it is you're consuming or smoking, then it probably means you're impaired. I think there's a big myth out there. People think, well, I'm not blackout drunk and my friends are carrying me, so I must be okay. No, you can be impaired and still feel pretty good. We know that impairment for drugs or alcohol impairs your judgment first, and that's really why it's so important to have that plan ahead of time. Don't leave important decisions about your life up to future you that's had a few drinks or has smoked some marijuana and now is not making clear decisions. And that's what's so dangerous about people who drive impaired. Their judgment's impaired. Their reaction time is impaired. Their physical coordination is impaired. Driving requires all those things to be pretty sharp.
We got 2 minutes left.
Okay.
Do you want to do an analysis? Either me or Celeste.
I'm
it
more
doesn't
concerned
matter.
about Ron, actually, officer.
Do you want me to do it?
Ron's
I'm
fun.
happy to.
Yeah, let's have Ron do the breathalyzer.
All right, fine.
All right, so first we got to turn it on, and it'll kind of clear out here and all that.
Oh, hold it up to your camera here. I'm going to
Okay.
punch up your cam.
Is it number 3?
Okay.
What are we at? 3?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So then each straw is a brand new straw for each user
So
each
don't worry,
time.
Ron.
Right.
No one's used it before you.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You're not getting Celeste's germs from yesterday.
Yeah.
on you. And
As we call in Spanish, I'd say my babas. Like, you know, my.
and I'm always very careful to load it to make sure that I keep my fingers off even, the part that I know the person's going to blow on until it's basically time to go here.
All right.
So then we got to make sure we're clearing it out here. So it's
Okay.
auto test and ready to go.
Yeah.
Right.
How long should I blow?
So it's going to be for about 10 seconds. So kind of like a.
So funny.
How many times have you, how long should
Yeah.
I blow? Yeah, anyways.
So
Anyway.
about 10
It's
seconds.
not a Lamaze class, Ron.
Yeah, I have a pretty good arm. Can you reach?
Okay.
Can you think you can reach from here? So you're gonna. Well, yeah, you can hold it if you want.
You want me to
So
hold it?
Yeah, but they'll hand it right back.
Tight, yeah,
Okay.
tight seal on there.
Okay.
Deep
5
breath in.
seconds?
About 10 seconds.
10
Steady.
seconds.
You'll hear kind of a whistle. You'll hear kind of a whistle.
Deep breath in, Ron.
Yeah.
I'm listening for a whistle?
You'll hear one as it's kind of air's going through
I got
there.
headphones on.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be all right.
Deep breath.
Okay.
Yeah. Slow, steady. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Yep. Just like that. Keep going until it clicks. There you go. You're all
That was
done.
it.
Yeah,
that was
that
like
was
4
it.
seconds.
All
Wow.
done.
Oh, I'm so
It's
nervous
because-
here.
Well, you don't need to be nervous, Ron.
No.
Yeah.
sweat.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
ready?
You got
Here we go.
point 0.000. Are we
Yeah.
So it also then doesn't measure bad breath?
Not on this model. Maybe
the
some of the newer models
That's
might. I
the
don't
one
know.
that Altoids has produced. You can
Yeah.
find it on eBay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so one real quick question though when it comes so I mean a pot is legal.
Yeah.
But booze is legal too.
Yeah.
You have
Yes.
to be smart about everything you're doing.
Right.
You know if you have more than one drink, you could get into the danger zone very quickly.
Yeah.
How do you know if you're smoking pot, and you want to drive and it's the next morning or whatever? What's the guideline?
Yeah, it's really tricky because there is no presumptive level for recreational marijuana or medical marijuana.
Okay.
For Arizona, we have that presumptive 0.08 blood alcohol level. That's the
Yeah.
presumptive
Simple,
impairment
yeah.
level. And so people can start to learn. And we've done educational details where we take these things out to major events or to our Old Town area, walk around, and it's educational, it's consequence free.
That's a great idea.
And just we call it know your limits.
Do you
and
walk
so
into the bars and you try
well,
it?
usually stay on the sidewalks of the
Yeah.
streets. Yeah, but we just give people a chance because you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And we want to educate people and make sure they know. And so they get a chance to see, well, I've had 4 drinks tonight. And then maybe they blow a 0.1 something.
And they think they're
say,
feeling okay.
right. Yeah. Well, they're probably feeling great.
Yeah.
And that's part of it is I feel fine. I feel good. This is, amazing. But marijuana is so much trickier because it can be different for different people too. So it's just really, it's one of those things that we're always looking at and monitoring. And again, just be safe. Have that sober ride planned ahead of time.
Yeah.
Well,
oh my goodness. Are you guys still on horseback, by the way, in Scottsdale?
We do have a mounted unit
I
still
love
on
Get rid of the
Scottsdale.
horses for
No,
sure.
yeah, keep those.
All right.
Yeah. They're
All
fun.
right, Aaron
you.
Boland, Scottsdale Police. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
you,
Thanks for
Officer
letting me be here today.
Boland.
Happy New Year,
Happy
guys.
New
Safe,
Year.
everybody.
Yeah.
All right, get ready for it. Ready? Here we go.
Ready.
These were the glory days when the tortilla chip dropped at our celebrations. That was the chip.
Yeah.
At one point, I thought we had more like a real chip because that was like an electronic chip.
That was at the chip at, this was at Tempe Beach Park.
Yes,
Yeah,
right.
for
There
many,
it is
many
again.
years. Yes.
That's the chip. Oh, I see. Well, it's kind of lit up.
How sad. We need to bring something back like that. You know what I mean?
So, Celeste, let me get your opinion on it because I really think I can come to the Valley's rescue. Do you like, hold on here. I got to get option number one. Ronnie, are we able to go back to the graphics from about 20 minutes ago? Or have we already cycled through? Anyway, I'm looking for the chip or the gold drop.
Oh, here it is.
Okay, so we have that one.
Yes.
Okay, you choose. Which one do you like here?
I'm going to go with the Sonoran dog.
Okay, let me pull up the hot dog here.
Mhm.
Okay, ready? I like that one too, honestly.
And only because
yeah.
I'm thinking of how are we going to pay for this whole thing, Ron?
Okay.
So I'm thinking we grab a hot dog company.
Nathan's, bring them in.
And Nathan's, bring them in.
Yeah.
Wiener Schnitzel, whoever whoever your sweetheart desires.
A Heinz ketchup.
Yeah, you can kind
Who's the big jalapeno company?
That's a good question. Probably like I always buy them at the big cans of jalapenos at like the pickled ones.
Yes.
At like Ranch Market or Food City.
Sure, of course.
It's one of those companies.
Okay.
Yeah.
The next one is the Sun. Which is kind of generic, but again, I asked AI, and these were the options that I was given.
Maybe you get Sun Chips involved
yes,
here.
Right? Or what about like Copper Tone?
Copper Tone.
Right? Because I got to believe sales are down this time of year. Okay, one last one is the Neon Cactus. Okay. That's the one I like. That's supposed to be the Cityscape Park.
Yeah.
And it comes down out of the, spaceship looking thing.
Uh-huh.
And then it lands on the grass and the crowd goes wild.
This is so wonderful. I do really love the image of this the best.
Which one should we go with? Because now we had the chairman of the county.
Yeah, he likes this one, so let's go with this one.
Okay.
I think we can brainstorm and come up with sponsorship.
Bella, what do you think? Here, let me open Bella's mic too. Are you on board with the Neon Cactus, or do you like the Gold Nugget, or do you like the Sonoran Dog?
I think I like the cactus.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know if I was going to be able to pull that other graphic up. All right. Well, good. I just feel like we need something.
Yeah, we
Flagstaff has a pine cone, I mean, honestly, we've got the head of lettuce in Yuma.
Yeah. I have to say, in Tucson, we had the huge taco drop every year.
Yeah.
It was fun.
We need something.
Come on.
Right. I mean, maybe like, what are some of the critters that are running around here? Like scorpions or Gila monsters? Or...
Celeste.
The scorpion drop.
I'm not trying to be a big animal rights activist and everything. You're proposing dipping a scorpion into a vat of salsa?
Well,
is that what you're saying?
I'm endorsing actually maybe using like a stuffed rattlesnake.
Oh.
Hang it like
a diamondback.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
or
hanging,
the rattlers.
Or like a rattlers or I don't know, a coyote.
Okay.
Something that is very what's our animal here? Do we know?
Isn't it the Gila monster?
Is it the Gila monster?
I think it's. I think it is the Gila monster.
Something like that,
So. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Well, these will be authentic recreations, not an actual Gila monster. I want to point that out right now. Okay, so let's do. Hold on one second here. Are we going to do the poll question?
Oh, let's go.
You know what, Bella? Here, we're going to just do it real quick. Here we go.
Okay, let's go.
Next at 11:30, you look for good comments.
Perfect.
Here we go. QR code, which describes your feelings about the coming year. 58% are saying very hopeful. 2026 is going to be great. 24% are saying nope, not good. Really kind of worried about our country. And your other option on the QR code is, I would just like realistically a little improvement when it comes to my health, when it comes to the political thing, and when it comes to the prices that we pay at the grocery store.
This is very optimistic. A lot of our viewers on television,
yes,
well done. Well done to all of you. That's
There
very
you
nice.
are.
Okay, let's look at some of the YouTube.
Let's go look at YouTube, Celeste.
YouTube, 1.5 thousand votes in the last hour. And so we had a huge number of votes yesterday on our poll question.
Okay.
And now today as well. So this is on YouTube. But this one is quite opposite. Fox 10 poll question, which describes your feelings about the coming year.
Okay.
62% of you say not good, really worried about our country. 90 comments on this one. So people are very vocal about how they feel about 2026.
Yeah.
I will say, I believe Anita and Ty had like a financial guru on their show at 11 a.m. yesterday.
Yeah.
And there are some positive things when it comes to taxation, different brackets. I think singles are getting $750 more in 2026.
And I saw a report that said the average refund is going to be $1,000 more than what you got last year.
Yeah, so
because
if
of the big beautiful bill, the way
you.
it changed taxes.
Yes, so if you're filing jointly as a married couple, you get back, I think it's $1,500, and then single $750. So that there's all these different changes I think that could help you financially, because at the end of the day, I think maybe a lot of these people that are saying not good, we're really worried.
Yeah,
it all has to do with what's happening on Main Street. Like, how are we feeling about feeding our family and paying our bills and putting gas in the car? Like, that's where it really matters.
Well, and I love what Charles is saying. Charles David, one of our great commentators. OMG, Fox 10 Taco Talks.
Ooh.
Okay.
There we go.
Getting hungry.
Yeah.
Bella,
Always.
did you find... Oh, go ahead, Celeste. What were you
No. I was just going to say, going with Belle's, how she was talking about the taco in Tucson.
Yeah.
Maybe we go with kind of like a different type, like a birria taco here in Phoenix.
And you dip the taco
in the birria.
Such a good idea.
Yeah, and that could be like the New Year's thing.
But if they're already dipping a taco in Tucson, we would at least have to go with a burrito or maybe a chimichanga.
Dropping the taco.
They're not dipping the taco down south.
So we could just take what they did and do it better.
Yeah.
Bella, did you end up finding a couple of comments?
I did.
Here she
Let's
is,
see.
everybody.
Someone says, I'll speak for, Troy SN4C says, I'll speak for the majority. Just hope to keep the friend's job and health. I'm happy I'm alive today. Someone else said, Ray Ginger Rich says, I'm the eternal optimist. It's going to be a great year. Gas prices are so cheap right now. Oh,
yeah,
those are good ones.
I honestly wonder if we're going to start to see in our country $1.99 gas. There are states right now that are about $2.15.
Wow.
I don't know if we'll ever get there because we're stuck with California's refined gas.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll see what happens there. Here's another question for you guys. Do you do anything? Are you planning anything for either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day that you're looking forward to? Let's see. Celeste, you want to go first on this one?
So, I shared yesterday that we do the black eyed peas.
Yeah.
We were all talking about our food.
Oh, look at this
But one of our favorite memories of New Year's Day was we're a football family.
Sure.
A lot of you in the chat, you are as well. We've been, Ron and I love talking about football, and Bells is a big Sun Devil fan as well. But we were at the Rose Bowl on one particular New Year's Day, and Kiana behind me and Kai in the front, and Kalina was just a baby, and she was not having it. She was like, get me out of here. Although she's a huge football fan now, but I always think of this time because we went to the parade.
So ASU was playing who that year?
ASU wasn't playing in this one. Okay. We just happened to go because we just loved football. Where it was a football family. We had some friends who had an RV that they were on the parade route. So were we able to go hook up with them in their RV on the parade route, and we just had a blast.
So you saw the parade and
the Rose Parade.
So cool.
There is something so spectacular, I think, whether or not you love football, you love basketball, if you can collectively find something that your family loves together, just sharing in those moments.
Yeah.
Ron, we were just chatting earlier today about, you're like, okay, pizza. We're having pizza at my house.
Sure.
Right.
There's a triple header of bowl games tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. And I think for me, since you brought up football anyway, I'm going to punch up Graphics 8.
Yes.
Graphics 8 is going to be
you guys.
football in the park right across the street from my house.
Yes.
There's
fun.
Mason and Riley and the football and my Minot, North Dakota sweatshirt that I seem to wear everywhere. Although World Series Diamondbacks cap. I'm sure what we'll do tomorrow is watch some football games and then go out and toss the football around in the park. That's like the all-American thing to do on New Year's Day. Watch football and then go find a park a block or two
and
away.
just get out and enjoy that sunshine. Well,
So
we may
fun.
have a little bit of rain, but it's going to be nice.
It'll be nice.
Yeah.
It's not going to snow here, so we'll be
Speaking
okay.
of snow,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Look at this. Okay, so I don't know. It's a couple options here. It could be sped up, or it could be that dash cam video the time Syleste went up to northern Arizona.
this is like sped up.
This is Presque Isle, Maine, and it's beautiful to look at, but if you've ever driven on, it's icy black ice with the snow on top. It can actually be really tough.
That
So we got to
has
be
to be sped
grateful for the life we have here. Oh, Bella,
yeah.
I want to be sure to ask you. So I'm now going to go to graphic 7,
I'll make it quick.
which is Isabella. Ooh, what did you bring? What's your thought?
I'm Filipino, and a big Filipino tradition for New Year's is you lay out 12 round fruits to bring in the new year. So those are my 12 round fruits. I have grapes and pomelos and lemons and limes, and they're supposed to symbolize coins and a fruitful new year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, what a great tradition.
Even though your fam is up in the Northwest, are you going to do it yourself?
Yeah,
just
yeah,
right
that's
here in
mine.
town? Oh, this is the one for this year.
Yes.
Holy cow.
And you just consume it over the next couple of days?
Yes. So not only am I bringing in a fruitful new year, but I'm also entering the new year with lots of vitamins and fiber.
and health.
Fruit.
Health.
Okay. 15 seconds for each. Have you guys decided on a New Year's resolution yet?
Improve my sleep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good one. Read more books.
That's kind of mine too.
Yeah.
Is to try to do more reading of
Yeah.
actual books.
Yes.
Not
and
on my phone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Okay, guess what? Great hour.
Yeah.
We still have
Are we
another hour
done
to go.
already?
It's been so fast.
How does that
Celeste.
happen?
I'm
Happy
telling
New
you.
Year's Eve,
Happy
everyone.
New Year's Eve.
Yeah. So anyway, there you go. It could be a lot colder. It is going to be kind of cloudy. It is already cloudy. We might get some rain tonight or tomorrow, but hey, it could be worse, right?
That's right. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Enjoy and be safe. And we wish all of you a prosperous new year as we embark on 2026.
Here comes Ty and Anita next on FTT.
They always screw up the shots.
Just keep it on the 3-shot.
There we go. Welcome on in. Happy last day of 2025. Yeah. And guess who we have here with us?
Crystal.
Crystal
Our
Ortiz.
favorite meteorologist.
Crystal, there's a lot going on in the weather department.
There
We've got
is.
the storm system moving in just in time for New Year's Day. And I haven't been outside at all today. Well, I lied. I had to walk.
To the atrium.
But it's so cloudy out there this afternoon.
Moody.
Yes, because we've got that rain that's coming in. So
Should we get to your maps?
Yes, that's what I was just doing. Is I was trying to get my computer up because it went to sleep on me. But I think we're
Do
good
you need
now.
a second?
No, I
We
think
can
we're
tap dance for a little bit longer if you want.
No, we're good. I'm
well,
ready.
hold on. I'll just take a look real quick. This is what
Okay.
we're looking
Oh,
at
yeah, that's
outside.
what we're
A
looking at.
little bit of that,
you
that
can see the
cloud
clouds.
cover out there. Really kind of a nice start to this last day of 2025.
So the good news is that for folks that are trying to get out for, I don't know, running errands or a New Year's Eve celebration, although right now it looks like there is rain on radar, generally speaking, none of this is making it to the ground yet. Bad news is for folks that are trying to get out for actual New Year's celebrations, there will be some showers rolling through. Now, I don't think it's going to be like a downpour, super heavy thunderstorms. I don't think there's going to be that activity. This is just going to be scattered on and off light showers, but it will still be some wet weather for folks that are trying to get out this evening. If you have an indoor celebration, you're going to be dodging a shower. If you have outdoor plans like the Pinecone drop up in Flagstaff or like the taco drop down in Tucson or something, that's when, the rain jacket. I don't know if they allow umbrellas in some of those events just because of like
probably not,
view and
right?
everything. So rain jacket, a little poncho action if you don't want to get a bit soggy. Again, not a downpour, but just kind of a fair warning. The Fox Vision view right now is showing off those showers. I know, you know what? It's a little distracting. I think I'm going to turn off the satellite imagery. There's it looks like there was a little bit of data missing, so that's why it's flashing. Let's see. There, I'll just turn it off. So now you're just seeing rain. And again, most of this is not making it to the ground yet, even though it looks like it. The reason is it's very dry down at the ground. So when this happens, rain tries to fall from the clouds and it just evaporates before it can get to the surface. Dry air is thirsty air. Naturally, air likes to hold some water. So when it rains and it's very dry, it just kind of takes it before it can get down to the ground. But eventually it will get saturated. And what we want is a nice saturated air column. So basically from the ground all the way to the clouds. Once that happens, any additional rain that falls will actually make it to us and we get our raindrops. So that's what will happen a little later on today. But for now, just spotty mixed sprinkles at best making it to the surface, and otherwise cloudy conditions are really bulking up around the area. When it comes to the start time for rain, but in Flagstaff, there could be a sprinkle earlier than this, but I think a better, steadier shower chance starts between 5 and 8 p.m. And then in the valley, as early as 3, but honestly as late as 6 for that rain to start to move through. I really feel like after 6 is the better chance for showers to pass by, aside from the isolated stuff. So it's an evening event. If you've got nice dinner plans, I hate this for the ladies. We do our hair so pretty, and then it's like, oh, here's the rain. So
Or like a bonnet.
Umbrellas and no.
did you say a bonnet tie?
bonnet?
Yeah, you could bring back
is
the
the
bonnet.
Is that a new
Yeah, what
trend
is
for
a bonnet?
2026 or?
Like a shower cap. Just wear a shower cap, and then when you get in the restaurant, take it off.
Get
Remote
out of here.
Gladly.
I do have.
Happy New
I do
Year.
have this. He literally left.
He's so
I do have
slides
this
away.
little satin bonnet that I sleep in.
Do you?
Because- Yeah, because it's supposed to help your hair. So but it would not help in the rain.
Or look good to wear on public.
Well, you're the one that's saying if you I guess if you want to
Let's say
protect
hello to everyone in the chat before we continue talking about weather. And then Louis Gonzalez says, Crystal, beautiful dress. We want to say hi to
thank
Be
you.
Kind Forever. You have a lot of fans. You have a lot of fans
Yeah,
here
you
this
do.
morning. We're saying good morning to Darla.
Good morning,
we're saying
guys.
good morning. Be Kind Forever, as we mentioned. She said hello. Brandy the Bookworm, your dress is gorgeous. Where'd you get
Thanks.
it?
My New Year's dress. Amazon, baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was at Amazon. I actually ordered this for gender reveal, for Sophia.
And if I'm not mistaken, holiday pictures last year.
Well, then I recycled it.
Yeah,
I'm a
which
big
is
fan
what
of the
you wanna
recycled
do.
dress.
Yeah.
We don't wear dresses once in this house.
No, Linda says Happy New Year's Eve, Ty, Anita, and Crystal. And we had a couple others as well, but they're kind of hard to find. Darla says, I love your dress this morning,
Oh,
Crystal.
thanks,
It's different
guys.
than your normal, like your suit yesterday.
It is, yeah. This is a little more cash. Well, it's velvet, so I wanted to do something fun for you.
Linda's asking the Safford area.
Anything
Oh,
there?
sure. So shower chances there, I will say, are not as good as other parts of the state, but let's get to the future cast so we can kind of walk through this. So this is the model this morning showing off those showers starting to approach from the southwest, and then this rain will kind of roll up to the northeast as the afternoon progresses. Now, this is 3 p.m., and again, some folks might not be getting rain that's showing up on the future cast because the atmosphere is still kind of like moistening up. But at this point, there may be some spot showers, especially where you see deeper green returns. So like a little bit of Gila County, Yavapai County, and even in the valley, like I said, as early as say around 3, these showers lift to the north and east as we get to midnight. So unfortunately, I do think that the high country has the best chance right at midnight for there to be some rain coming down for celebrations. But the valley in its own right has chances for passing showers too. So like your sparklers might be struggling a little bit as you are outside right at midnight. But it's very hit or miss, and it's light. This is not super heavy rain. I don't want people to think it's just going to be like this epic downpour as we go into the evening. So that's midnight. And then scattered stuff does last into tomorrow morning. Actually, so I want to point out, do you see here that steady rain? This is around midnight, is starting to move by Safford, because I know we had the question about Safford. And then as the clock rolls, it gets much more sparse once we get to tomorrow morning. But still some scattered showers out there throughout tomorrow morning. It kind of fizzles tomorrow afternoon, a sprinkle possible. And then tomorrow evening, another round of rain is possible, mostly in the high country. And at this point, some high elevation snow may be possible too, but very low amounts, maybe between 1 and 3 inches of snow for our highest elevations above generally like 10,000 feet. And then as we go through Friday, most of us are drying out at that point. So when it comes to, like I mentioned, the storm amounts, 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch generally around the state possible, some spots up to 1/2 an inch, but those are not big totals. So that should be a good indicator that's pretty light. Snow 1 to 3 inches above 10,000 feet, and then the temps will slip. So it won't be cool tonight because we'll still have the rain and clouds, but tomorrow afternoon for New Year's Day, highs in like the upper 60s in the valley instead of the low 70s like today.
I'm wondering, I was just thinking when you kind of mentioned and showed the timing of this, obviously people do the fireworks in the neighborhood. I loathe the fireworks.
Me
because,
Me too.
Well, we
We're
all
in
have to
bed.
go to bed early.
We're in bed.
Which is
I
a
also
struggle.
have 2 dogs that are freaky deakies when it comes to the fireworks.
What are you going to do?
Well, that's what I'm hoping. Maybe it'll rain the people out. They're not going to want to stand out there in the rain and light fireworks off.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see also, because our fireworks laws are somewhat lax, plus people don't follow the laws, which it is illegal to shoot, like the ones that actually shoot off, but everybody does it still. And I get it, it looks pretty, it's fun, but our air quality is usually one of the worst in the country the next day.
After.
So I'm curious if we have enough rain, if that'll help to tap down some of that issue, because like last year, for instance, I believe we had the worst air quality in the country, but also I think globally we had one of the worst air qualities. And you're thinking like there's places around the world that suffer from air quality issues year round. So the fact that we were contending with them is never good.
I remember I woke up with a sore throat because it was just that nasty air.
Yeah, if we have an inversion, it basically just holds all that smoke down in the ground for us to just suck up, which is like, ugh, so gross. So
there is a task force that's out patrolling. And
allegedly.
Well, they're allegedly already out there.
Well, we can just turn on our tower cam and watch, and it's like an amazing sight to see how many are going off at once.
But you could be fined up to $1,000.
Yeah.
And
Don't recommend.
Tracy says she's crossing her fingers for rain in the Pine Top Lakeside area. FYI.
It looks like they might get some up there. That's a beautiful area, by the way.
It is. I grew up going there because we had a cabin up there as a kid. Yeah. I love the Pine Top Lakeside area. It's so pretty and, prettier when there's snow. But there's not been a lot of snow yet this season. Fingers crossed as we go into the second half. If you really quickly want to pop my graphics back up, I'll go through just the forecast for
3 minutes.
Yeah, I just want to show off the fireworks forecast. Midnight, 61 degrees tonight. As I said, there will be shower chances. And then for the rest of the state, for folks, midnight in Flag, about 39 degrees. Prescott, about 46 degrees. And as you can see, everyone has shower chances. Show Low, about 44, and Kingman, about 48 degrees. But farther west you are, like Kingman, your chances start to wane past midnight. So, yeah.
Right.
Crystal, you are the best weather forecaster, says Louis.
Oh, thank you, Louis. I appreciate that.
We do agree. We love it.
I thought you were just saying that to me. I was like, oh,
we
thank you
also
so much,
think
Anita.
That's also our opinion.
You want to talk about this time real
Yes.
quick?
Okay.
All right.
Before we go to break?
So Pepsi, when was it? A couple weeks ago, or maybe last month? I can't remember now.
They sent us
some new flavors and
but they
stuff.
have
Probiotics.
Pouring them out?
Yeah, you can start pouring them.
Well, we'll do a little bit of one first, and then we'll do the second one.
Pepsi is reintroducing some fan favorites. So we have the Pepsi Wild Cherry and Cream.
Okay, this is zero sugar.
We're going to start with no sugar.
Yeah.
So then they have the
Don't forget, you have
zero
to drink the
sugar
whole
and
thing.
Normal.
I forgot about
That's
that.
good. I'm good.
Shoot.
Okay.
Okay, let me read this to you. This is what they said.
Okay.
The refreshed packaging features a striking cherry and cream drip design
Cheers.
that
Cheers.
signals what awaits inside. A burst of bold cherry cola flavor layered with a rich, smooth, creamy vanilla finish. In stores now.
It tastes like medicine.
Okay, to be fair, I don't drink soda, so like,
Yeah, I don't like it. I wouldn't reach for it.
I don't think it tastes like medicine. I actually doesn't taste as like fake sugary as sometimes no
It doesn't
sugar
taste
drinks.
fake sugary.
Yeah,
but
considering it's
I don't
zero
know if I
sugar.
love it, the cherry.
I'm going to have to agree.
I want more cream.
Yeah.
You don't love it?
I'm not, no.
Yeah, I don't love it.
Okay, this is the regular. This is the full sugar. Maybe this will taste a little bit better with the full sugar. All right. Whoa, we almost had a. Remember how we're not allowed to have drinks in here?
Well, we already got a little bit of soda
That's
on the
fine.
table here.
We'll
but...
clean it up. No one will ever know. Our little
Okay,
secret.
that's good.
That's
All right.
No more.
No more.
Cheers. Second cheers.
Second cheers. That one did leave like aftertaste a little bit. But I mean, it wasn't bad.
And
This is the last time
Do you want to
Pepsi
read about
sends
the
us
packaging
anything.
for this one?
It's the same.
Oh.
Yeah.
This one's better. This one's better.
This is 150 calories per serving, which is
Oh, you're
what-
right.
yeah.
This
The
one's
full
better.
sugar is much better.
Yeah. Again, it's not bad. I just don't drink soda, so I'm not like the best person to do this probably.
No,
It's
that
better.
one. That one is better.
It's better.
Not as healthy. All that sugar.
For the
though.
New Year's resolution, this
But
probably
wait,
isn't the
It
best.
I know,
still
right?
has the aftertaste.
Oh, I don't get it as
I do.
so much.
It's the cherry.
You know what one is really good? There's a Christmas Sprite that has cranberry.
I've heard.
Holy cow, that
I've
one's
heard,
good. I
I've
just said
heard.
I don't drink soda, but I have had
But
that.
you
It's
had
good.
that. Yeah.
Someone else was talking about Poppy has a whole bunch of really good flavors too.
I
There was
just
like
had an apple,
I never had that.
like an apple something poppy. Delicious.
interesting.
Almost tastes like a Martinelli's
Oh, really?
with less sugar.
Oh, Martinelli's is good.
Yeah. You guys will be toasting then before New Year? What time are we toasting?
I'm going to live life like a pretty normal day. I don't know if there'll be any toasting
No.
going on.
We have to toast to the New Year.
How late are you going to stay up?
I go to bed at 8 each night, so it'll probably be.
And tonight's no exception.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'll feel horrible tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're all at work.
6:30
PM.
PM.
Okay.
Now, what we were talking about earlier was, do we get up at midnight or right
Yeah,
before midnight to
no,
watch?
I
the
can't do
ball?
it anymore.
No.
I can't.
I can't do it.
And we did that poll question earlier too. I don't know if you saw our poll question on
Almost everyone said
SEAM.
sleep.
Like 70+% of people said they're just going to sleep through the new year. And you
Yeah.
know what? I'm going to have to agree.
I used to love like watching the show or even trying to go out when I was like a younger gal, but now
Not
I
going to
can't
happen.
stay up.
I did like the tradition of eating the 12 grapes.
Yes,
I
that's
used
like
to
a
like
Spanish
about that.
tradition.
Yeah, I learned that when I was in El Paso, and that was always
Luck?
fun.
Yeah, you have to eat 12
go buy
grapes,
12 grapes.
for
Within the
every
night.
within every
For-
ding of the clock.
We did it within the first minute, but it was like basically impossible.
I feel like that's a choking hazard.
Yeah,
Make sure you
definitely.
have someone there
They
that
have
knows
to
how
be
to do
little
the
grapes.
Heimlich.
If they're the big, like those big
Yeah,
grapes,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
in trouble.
But in Spain, they are like the giant grapes.
I couldn't do that.
The bigger the grape, the more the luck. We'll be right back. We're taking a 2-minute break. We're back.
We're back.
Yes, indeed.
Crystal, of course, is our weather expert and did the most amazing job putting together this year in review piece, 5 pieces.
Yeah, well, so I got the idea because I usually do like a package that's like a minute or two long where I just talk about what happened this year in weather. And then I thought, gosh, we had so many big weather events this year that they really could all stand on their own. So much happened. And so then we decided to run with it. And I mean, we've been working on this for more than a month, trying to like gather all the video, all the stats, talking with the National Weather Service here in the Phoenix area. And one of the most interesting things when you see as we run through the top 5 events is that it's very bottom heavy. So like the first half of the year was super calm. And then the second half of the year was very active. Actually, since we've got a minute before we're going to put those on, do you want to go back to my weather graphics for a second? Take a look. So these are the rain totals from the whole year for the Valley. And it really paints a picture because you can see the numbers through like June, July, even August are like very low. I mean, there's the T stands for trace, meaning it wasn't measurable at Sky Harbor. January and February, a few hundredths of an inch. And then all of a sudden, starting in August, but really more September, as we were ending the monsoon season, like poof, most of our rain is where we picked up those last few months. The average in a year is about 7 1/4 inches, and we picked up 8 1/3 inch of rain, which means that we actually ended the year above average for precip at Sky Harbor Airport, which we have not done in several years because usually we're like struggling to even get a normal season for the monsoon. Rest of the year is kind of quiet.
Monsoon ends September.
30th, yeah, September 30th.
All that rain that we saw
in October. Technically, it was a monsoonal no, but nonetheless, man, I mean, it really brought us some big issues, a lot of damage, and unfortunately, there were deaths, as we know, with different flooding events. So we're going to walk through the top 5 weather events. This is across the whole state because we all felt the effects of those different storms.
Real quick, we got about 27 seconds to be precise. How did you come up with these, like the top 5?
Sure. So I started by just looking at the stats, the rain totals, how much of the state was impacted by different storms. And then I looked at things like damage, duration, and of course the fatalities as well. And there was a lot to pick from, but walked through some with our EP, and we stacked them in the top 5.
Right.
So we're going to count down.
Without further ado, here is Crystal's look back at the top 5 weather makers.
Number 5, the Dragon Bravo fire. Along the north rim of the Grand Canyon, a lightning strike sparked the Dragon Bravo fire on July 4th. It would eventually become the largest fire in the United States this year. When first ignited, the fire was deemed manageable, and officials decided to let it burn, a decision that has now come under scrutiny. 1 week later, on July 11th, everything changed. It was hot, dry, and the region was under stress from amplifying drought. Add in erratic winds gusting to over 40 miles per hour, and it was a spell for disaster. The fire exploded in size, burning buildings and triggering a chlorine gas leak at the North Rim Water Treatment Facility. Hundreds of visitors scrambled to evacuate, and National Park Services employees said goodbye to their homes.
We ran home and started packing our Subaru with what we could, but I had such little time, I couldn't get everything I wanted.
The historic Grand Canyon Lodge, first built in 1928, burned to the ground, a beloved landmark along the North Rim.
It's just sad to see that it's happening and to see all this smoke.
You know, the fire, seeing the smoke, seeing the pictures that we've seen from last night is terrible.
Over the next month, firefighters struggled to battle the fire in rugged terrain along the surface of the rim and down into the canyon. By the beginning of August, the fire grew to over 110,000 acres. Growth slowed as containment increased through August, but the fire wasn't considered 100% contained until September 28th. The fire burned a total of 145,504 acres and destroyed a total of 106 buildings. The Dragon Bravo fire is now in the history books as one of Arizona's largest fires. Number 4, the mid-November storms. In just 1 week, 3 separate storm systems swept across the state, bringing rain, hail, snow, flooding, and even a tornado. A few showers passed the state on the 15th and 16th, primarily in the West Valley, but this was just a hint of what was to come. Between the 17th and 20th, a slow-moving area of low pressure passed over Arizona. It dumped a widespread 1 to 2.5 inches of rain in the valley. Severe thunderstorms produced hail several inches deep around Tolleson to Glendale. And that hail, combined with rain, may have been the cause for a partial roof collapse at Desert Sky Mall. Ahwatukee and Tempe saw reports of golf ball-sized hail. The storm came with funnel cloud sightings, and just west of Wickenburg, an EF0 tornado was confirmed, flipping an RV as it touched down.
I started feeling the porch lift, and I screamed. My nephew came out and got me so that I wouldn't get hurt. And I'm fine. I was shaken, but I'm fine.
Flooding in the same area swept vehicles away, prompting a dramatic rescue. And in Yavapai County, flash flooding resulted in a water rescue and the death of one man. A final storm system brought another round of wet weather to the state between the 22nd and 23rd. Over the 8-day period, snow buried the San Francisco peaks. Nearly 5 feet of snow fell over Snowbowl, and Flagstaff picked up 7 inches. A wide area of central Arizona ended the stormy stretch with between 2 and 5 inches of rain. Some spots saw even more. Number 3, the August dust storm. It had been a slow, mostly dry monsoon up until late August. Then, the valley was hit with a dust storm that no one will forget. The wall of dust originated down near Tucson before running up Pinal County and slamming into the East Valley. But it didn't stop there. The storm tore through the valley and right into Yavapai County before finally fizzling. As it crossed through the Phoenix metro, it seemed to swallow us whole. Check out this video from ASU as the football field disappeared. Or this shot from Sky Harbor Airport as the runway went dark. In fact, winds were so powerful, a portion of the roof was damaged off Terminal 4. Gusts reported up to 70 miles per hour, and visibility dropped to 0, grounding flights. Endless trees came down as the haboob moved through. Thousands lost power, and buildings were damaged.
It looked like a hurricane to me. I've never experienced a hurricane, but from what I've seen on TV, the eucalyptus trees were bending over, the palm trees were bending over. It looked crazy.
I was driving home from a work event, and you literally just see this wall of dust.
I would also say just the visibility. It was like it changed color, like the whole area, and then you could barely even see that far. So yeah, that was shocking to me for sure.
You can hear it on our building right now.
Even our station felt the impact as we lost power while on air.
We're completely offline, everybody.
Here's a peek behind the scenes as it happened, and everyone had incredible photos or videos to share of the epic storm. Here are just a few from you at home. By the numbers, it was impressive. Around 5,000 feet tall and 50 miles wide, it ran around a 100-mile stretch. Behind the wall of dust, a period of heavy rain followed, making a muddy mess in the valley as it crossed our path, leaving plenty to clean up. Number 2, September severe storms. The monsoon season came to a close with a devastating blow. From September 25th to 27th, a low-pressure system slowly dragged across the state, bringing with it historic flash flooding and damaging severe storms. The event began on September 25th with major flooding in the Miami area. 2 to 3 inches of rain fell, most in under an hour, tearing through the town. On the 26th, things only got worse. Severe thunderstorms fired up across the valley. Large hail fell with damaging windstorms before intense rainfall overtook the area. Check out this video of a Waymo stuck in floodwaters, or these shots of flooding along valley highways. This was a familiar scene. Stranded, flooded cars dotted our roadways, with many spots in the valley picking up between 1 and 2.5 inches of rain.
Seeing some crazy flooding. Rain coming down hard. I didn't expect none of this to happen. We're all stuck right here.
We got cars pulling people up past their hood, so not sure exactly how we're going to get out of here, but hopefully it drains somewhere.
Indian Bend Wash flooded and claimed the life of one man when it swept his car away. As the storm shifted out of the valley, they sprouted back up over Globe, Miami, this time dumping 2 inches in under 30 minutes around Globe. Pinal Creek rose 6 feet in a half hour, swallowing roads, bridges, businesses, and homes, and trapping this family.
I yelled at him, "I can't get out." And so he was hitting the door. He broke his rib, and then he went to the window and broke the window when we got out.
Cars were washed away, and hundreds of propane tanks floated downstream. 3 more lives were claimed in the flooding, and a state of emergency was declared for Globe. Additional storms passed the state on the 27th, with new rounds of damage and flooding around the valley and state. In the aftermath, Globe and Miami were left coated in mud, picking up the pieces of their communities. Number 1, our top weather event of the year, the remnants of tropical storms Priscilla and Raymond. On the heels of the September storms that soaked Arizona, another slow-moving low-pressure system combined with remnant moisture from 2 tropical storms, the perfect setup for long-duration flooding and damage. Between October 9th and the 13th, multiple rounds of heavy rain and severe thunderstorms impacted Arizona. Tapping into a tropical moisture supply, rain totals ranged between 1 to 2 inches in the West Valley to 3 to 5 inches in the East Valley. Enough rain to make October the 3rd wettest on record in Phoenix. It caused widespread flooding through the Phoenix metro, with some of the heaviest rain falling on October 12th. A scene that played out over and over, flooded roads and water rescues.
Now listen to me. Listen to me. You're going to go in some deep water and it's going to be quickly moving, okay? I'm going to hold on to you, but I need you to hold on to me, okay?
In this neighborhood in Mesa, homeowners were left with a mess following flooding.
I don't know what I'm going to do, how I'm going to find a place to live, what it's going to cost to take to clean all the damage up from the inside, the outside. I mean, it's a disaster.
South of Buckeye, a driver drowned after his vehicle was washed away along Waterman Wash. In the Globe Miami area, a new round of flash flooding overtook the September flood-ravaged towns. In Yavapai County, 7 people stuck on canoes were rescued from floodwaters. And in Pinal County, a father and his 5-year-old son were found clinging to the roof of their nearly submerged vehicle. On October 13th, the final blow was dealt to the valley as a supercell tracked south to north through Chandler, Guadalupe, Tempe, and Scottsdale. A line of straight-line winds peaking around 80 to 90 miles per hour tore across the East Valley. This time-lapse shows the skies turn black as rain swallowed neighborhoods. The most intense damage spread over Tempe from US 60 to Papago Park. Large trees were ripped from the ground, roofs peeled off buildings, and cars were crushed. The Phoenix Zoo sustained $300,000 in damage, shutting them down for days. And destruction at Highland Park in Tempe forced families out of their homes.
It was super, super loud. Hail, rain, just winds like I've never seen before.
I've lived in Arizona my whole life. I've seen numerous microbursts. I've seen numerous storms, monsoons. I've never witnessed anything like this in my life.
For weeks to follow, crews were cleaning up the mess left behind. A stark reminder of the power of tropical storms. And with that, we've recapped the top 5 weather events of 2025. Just like this year, count on the Fox 10 weather experts to keep you informed in 2026.
Hey, everybody, take a look, would you? It is now a cloudy kind of day. And Des, we are anticipating some rain either tonight or tomorrow. Now, not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Crystal saying it's not going to be a gully washer, but it could be.
That's a phrase we use every day.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that.
By the way, we had some pictures yesterday from Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't here, but we showed it, and it was like a whiteout with the snow accumulating sideways.
I heard Diane Wiley, my mother, not too happy.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
And you're like, Mom, you could always come down here.
I know, right? But hey, that's this time of year there.
I actually love the whole concept of the holidays in a kind of a cloudy sort of way. So anyway, welcome aboard. That's the view from downtown. Dean Fazzini says that the beautiful hills of West Virginia, Mount Nebo. I'm a huge fan of West Virginia. I've tried to make it a point in the last 2 or 3 years to kind of drive around that state. And I do know my cousin and her hubby, they have a house there.
Oh.
And it's really beautiful. I mean, I think West Virginia gets a bad rap. I really do.
Yeah, they love it. What do they love most? The seasons,
I think the
mountains?
golf. There's a golf course not far from where they live, and he just loves to play golf.
There you go.
But yeah,
hang
the
on
hills.
a minute. We got some of the best golfing in the country.
Yeah.
You won't come out this way?
Yeah. Okay, so anyway, I'm Ron. This is Des.
Hey, good morning.
And we are so glad that you are hanging out with us this morning for more of Fox 10 Talks. Look, New Year's Eve, if you're going to be downtown, just ride the light rail. You can ride it for free all night long, starting at 7 o'clock, going till 2 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they really worked overtime just to get the whole system up and running after yesterday's horrific crash.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you have to, right? You have so many people that are going to depend on the light rail, especially tonight as they're celebrating. It's a responsible thing to do. It'll be easier to do.
Right.
Who wants to deal with all the parking and the driving? So,
yeah, right.
Yeah, but you're right. They worked overtime after this terrible crash.
Our Irene Snyder had a report just a little while ago. We wanted to share it with you with kind of all of the, it's now been 24 hours. We've been able to piece together a lot more of what happened. And here's that report.
Good morning, guys. If you are like me, you like to be in bed early, under the covers, ready to go, maybe sleep through the new year and celebrate a little bit early. This is the event for you. The Noon Year that's held by the Good morning, guys. Yeah, I was out here all yesterday morning. We had crews out here last night. When I showed up this morning, the train and the scene had cleared, but we are, as you mentioned, getting more details about exactly what happened here yesterday. Here's what we know so far. Investigators say a white pickup truck ran a red light and collided with a southbound light rail train. This happening here near Central Avenue and Indian School Road just after 5 o'clock in the morning. The driver of the truck was 28-year-old Mario Durcio Casterjon. He died at the scene. Police say at least 6 people were on the train at the time. 3 people were taken to the hospital as a precaution. The crash derailed the train and caused significant damage to tracks and power infrastructure, forcing Valley Metro to shut down service. That was between Central and Camelback and Thomas and Central. Witnesses tell us bystanders helped to pull riders out.
The second door from the front, we pulled it and pried it open and were able to start getting people off. The emergency hatches were not working because the frame was probably warped. Some of the passengers and I helped get some of the passengers off that couldn't walk. There's a couple people in wheelchairs and a woman with a wound on her head.
And the family of the man who died in that crash telling Fox 10 he was a construction worker on his way to work, adding he was a kind and a hardworking man. And Valley Metro did also release that statement this morning saying that all B-line trains that were affected yesterday have been restored. As you can see behind me, traffic is moving smoothly. The road is open, and the train we've also seen multiple times this morning, the light rail train, is running. We'll send it back to you guys.
Okay, so now you've got the update there. Just really just such a sad situation. Here's a man who never made it home, who was simply on his way to work yesterday. So Yeah, the light rail is going to be up and running.
Yeah.
And it's a big part of the overall effort on behalf, I think, of the city, both law enforcement and transportation, to make sure everybody can have a great time and then get home safely. We have Officer Ordunza joining us now from Phoenix Police. What's the game plan for tonight to keep the roads safe?
The main thing is to have a high visibility, right? Make sure that there's a presence out there of police, making sure that the roads are safe. That's our main goal for tonight, is to let people have fun, make the correct decisions, drive responsibly, and get home at the end of the night.
Okay.
What can you share as it relates to like the details of the DUI checkpoints? Because like you said, you're going to be out in full force. How many checkpoints do you have throughout the city? And what do folks need to really be on high alert for tonight?
I would just making that high alert on being, having that decision to drive responsibly, make the right choice of getting home safe, knowing, hey, I should call an Uber, call a Lyft, call a friend, taxis. As far as checkpoints go, there will be valley-wide task force throughout the East, West, and here in Phoenix. Just the presence of officers, making sure that people are driving safe, stopping those cars that might be showing signs of impairment and giving them rides home or offering them those services.
So is it more about checkpoints or more about kind of saturation patrols where officers know what to look for and then you pull somebody over? Is there an emphasis one way or the other?
Yes, you're correct. More of the saturated patrols in that areas, downtown, more concentrated areas where there's going to be events, stuff like that. Just making sure, again, primary goal is to get everybody home safe and the road safe.
Is this a busy night for law enforcement? I mean, what are you guys seeing on a New Year's Eve night?
Yes, it's a very busy night for law enforcement. It's just all hands on deck. With the fireworks, people's having their own parties, concerts, events. So it's a very high intense, really alert for everybody out there, especially on patrol officers.
With the light rail back open, is that going to help you guys?
It will, and it's another great resource, right, to get in and out of downtown Phoenix and around town, is to have that nice, safe way to get home.
Let's talk a little bit about Shannon's Law. We have more people that move here every year might not be familiar with the heartbreaking story of a young lady who lost her life after celebratory gunfire was fired into the air. Do you feel like as a police force, you're making progress in getting the word out there? Do not fire off a gun to celebrate. Even if you did that years ago, it's illegal. And the bolt's got to come down somewhere, and in one case, it took a young lady's life.
You're exactly right. It's a dangerous way to celebrate, bringing in the new year and fireworks. It is 100% illegal. And I think as technology has progressed and as certain systems that we have throughout the valley, we're able to target those individuals that do decide to make that poor decision and fire off handguns into the air. And so we're able to concentrate our efforts on that and pinpoint them, and then obviously take them into custody.
How long have you been with Phoenix PD?
19 years.
Wow, long
Yes.
time.
Yeah.
So you've seen a lot.
Seen a lot.
What stands out to you most as we head into this night, or like your feelings, about New Year's Eve?
Yeah, so I'm actually in charge of our DUI squad. And so what stands out the most is how the DUI is an unbiased crime per se, right? It's not your gang violence where there's targeted people or drug violence where it's associated to anything. It's you and I or your normal person just going out, having dinner, celebrating tonight, but just making the poor decision of driving impaired and then having a long outcast future thing of you could possibly take your own life, get in a car accident or somebody else's life. And there's a lot of repercussions in that. So that's the most biggest eye-opening thing for me, and seeing the DUI enforcement and how much of an impact it has on somebody's life and the victim's life.
And I know we want to prevent it. Certainly, we don't want anybody getting behind the wheel impaired. But if they do, and there are other drivers on the road, like I just think about like the morning crew, like Ron, I, and the rest of the team, like we're driving very, very, those when celebrations are kind of ending.
Right.
Are there any tips for just other drivers on the road? If we can't prevent somebody getting behind the wheel impaired, some tips for them if they are going to be driving out like those early morning hours?
Correct. We've all been here in Arizona and seen the increase of the wrong way drivers along the interstates here. I always don't travel in the carpool lane
Okay.
during those early mornings just because it seems like there's the higher volume of calls that we get where we do have the
I think a
wrong way
lot of
drivers.
people don't do that anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's just another thing as a cautious driver. And then to call into 911 if you see somebody obviously driving wrong way on the road, or if you think that person is impaired, please give us a call. Make that decision, that correct decision. Give us a call so we can stop that individual before they hurt themselves or somebody else.
Hopefully this message gets out there and causes a couple of 3 people,
Yeah.
who knows, 10 or 20 to be
It's
smart.
not worth it. Big
be smart with
punishments
their
too.
decisions. Yeah.
Fines and yeah, even worse. So.
Okay. Officer Ordunza,
Thank you.
thanks so much. Actually, you're sergeant, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, Sergeant Ordonzo.
Holy
okay.
cow,
Oh,
man.
wait a minute. You got to tell us that before you sit on.
Correct. Yeah. All right.
No
Thanks
big
for your
deal.
time and good luck tonight.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
thank
You
you.
know, there are a couple other stories before we go to the break. This story in Des, it has to do with law enforcement right now in Chandler. Police, this story, I think, is just sending alarm bells across the city of Chandler. Police are searching for a man they say strangled a woman at a park until she lost consciousness. It's such an important story to get out there. It was Saturday at 6:30 in the morning. Out there at about McClintock and Ray Roads. So just maybe a little off of the 202 freeway there. The woman reported she'd been grabbed from behind and assaulted by an unknown man before losing consciousness. She's gone around the park to say danger. Police are on this case, but if you know anything, please contact them. Any clues? The fact that they have the Chandler Strangler is just really unbelievable, and it's an important heads up for everybody, I think, maybe not just there, but across the East Valley, because this is a crime we got to get solved and get this guy arrested ASAP.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and to, obviously put up those signs to warn others, hopefully just, allowing others that opportunity to be more vigilant and aware of their surroundings, certainly when they are out and about there. But hopefully law enforcement is able to piece this together and track down the suspect.
Okay. We already have time for a break, so we're going to do that now. Oh, would you look at this snowy city?
That looks nice.
Yeah. Where do you think it is? We'll be right back with your guesses on the Mystery Cam with Ron and Des. Okay, so where in the world is this snowy scene? Des, I've only been there once, but I believe because of the Dome Stadium in the snow, we got a lot of Dome Stadiums in this country, but a lot of them are more, like New Orleans.
Mhm.
They've got the Superdome. We've got some other ones. It's not big enough to be Minneapolis, and their Dome Stadium looks entirely different. I think it's Syracuse, New York, because they have a dome for their college football team, which is kind of unique for a college team. I'm going to go New York.
Okay. That's actually a guess in the chat. Halakita says Syracuse.
Yeah,
New
see,
York.
Halakita.
So I have a feeling you guys are onto something.
Yeah.
And Louie's thinking it's New York too. But B. Miguel, excuse me,
Hey,
says
Brandon.
Michigan.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, Linda, Indiana, Minnesota, Husky Mom. I'm going New York too, you guys.
Okay, here she is,
It's
everybody.
looking like the Cuse.
Yeah. Hold
Yep.
on.
Syracuse.
It is. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good guesses, you guys.
I've only been there once in the summer, and it was beautiful. But this time of year,
Yeah.
you know what upstate New York could be like.
Bring that parka. For sure.
Yeah,
Or
for
two.
sure. Hey, we got some good news, which has to do, believe it or not, with economics. The minimum wage is going up across the state of Arizona tomorrow. It is going from $14.70 to $15.15.
Yes.
So that was the kind of the rallying cry like 8 or 9 years ago. Let's get to a $15 an hour minimum wage, and here we are.
Yeah.
Although in Flagstaff, the
Even better news.
the minimum wage goes quite a bit higher. Let's just look at this. Is interesting. Look at that map. $14.70 an hour in Arizona. About to go to $15.15 tomorrow. So if you're at minimum wage, you will definitely be seeing a raise tomorrow. But in Flagstaff, they're going up to between $18 and $19 an hour.
Yeah, about $18.35 is that starting minimum wage pay. So it's about $3 higher than the rest of the state. And they noted the city's higher cost of living. And I believe this morning, if my memory serves me correctly, we were saying that the cost of living there in Flagstaff is about 22% higher. And I forget if that was in comparison to Phoenix or statewide or other states, but
Right.
I remember that percentage, and I just was thinking, wow, well, that is quite significant if it's about 22% higher than some other cities in the country. So that's the justification for that $18.35 an hour minimum wage rate.
Well, look at that shot right there. Look at these sunsets. It's a beautiful,
pretty.
It's a beautiful part of our state, and a lot of people do want to live up there. So I get it. That's for sure. Hey, our poll question this morning, we would love to get your input on it. Which it describes your feelings about the coming year, because we are 12 hours and 12 minutes away from 2026. 60% say very hopeful. It's going to be a great year. 20% say, I'd be fine if there could just be a little improvement in my health, the world of politics, and these prices that I pay. And then another 20% say, I don't feel good at all. I'm really worried about the country. How's it looking on YouTube, Des?
Well, 23% say they're very hopeful, so that's good. 14% are saying prices, politics, health. Yeah, that could all do some work. We could do some work there.
Yeah.
63%, though, majority saying they're not feeling too good about 2026. And where are we at? Maybe a little at under 1,000 votes. It's hard to see. Is that about 900 something?
I think so. But actually, we haven't updated this in over an hour.
Oh, yeah.
So I
we
think
can have more
I
than that.
actually, last time I looked, I think we were close to 2,000 votes.
Whoa.
So yeah,
Oh,
people
okay.
have opinions, and we love you guys sharing them with us. Let's see what's going on with Bella. What are you seeing for reaction?
Yeah, so there's over 110 comments on our YouTube poll question.
Oh, nice.
I will read a couple of them I've picked out. Jared of Sonora says, Happy New Year, FTT family tree, hoping 2026 brings tons of thunderstorms to the valley. Troy says, I'll speak for the majority. I am keeping things optimistic. We have a job and I'm healthy. I'm happy. And another comment comes from A Strock Hungry Ball, who says, I'm feeling incredibly optimistic for the next year, but I'm also concerned about where things are politically.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That covers all the bases in that one for sure. Okay. So thanks for your input on that. We also should be talking just a little bit more, Des, about this event this Stranger Things event that's going to be happening tonight.
I wish we had put it on our poll question on the morning show this morning, how folks would be celebrating.
Yes.
We asked them. We should have put by watching the Stranger Things finale.
Right.
But we didn't because I didn't have a clue, honestly.
Huh?
I don't watch Stranger Things.
Neither do I.
But, I mean, all the buzz around it's definitely piquing my curiosity.
Yeah.
So I'm always looking for new things to watch.
All right.
I might have to give it a try.
The other day I went on this rant about how Netflix should just stick to showing movies, get out of the sports broadcasting world.
Yes, no more football for Ron.
No more pretending like you're a network. You're a fake network and playing football games that then are expired and you can't watch them. Drives me crazy. However, they do have a mega hit on their hands. And so it introduced Hawkins, Indiana, and what they call the Upside Down to the country and really to the world. And it's going to go out with a bang with a 2-hour finale that is streaming tonight. There are already more than 1 million RSVPs in movie theaters.
That's incredible. 3,500 showtimes sold out across 620 theaters. The series finale debuts tonight at 6. And I was just thinking, okay, think about your favorite show, Ron.
Okay.
Has your favorite show's season finale ever been 2 hours long?
Well, my all-time favorite show was the Andy Griffith Show.
Okay.
And so I think the last show was just 30 minutes like all the rest.
See? You got gypped.
I did get gypped. I did. People are scratching their heads saying,
but
what
I was
is
just
the
thinking
Andy
about that this
Griffith
morning.
show?
I thought, oh my gosh, well, I get it. Their show is coming to an end and they're probably sad, but what a treat. A 2-hour season finale. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was trying to think back. I loved watching Game of Thrones.
Okay.
And I think that season finale was a little longer too. But
yeah. Actually, now I'm thinking back to, so most of the time if I'm watching TV, it's for sports.
Yes,
or news.
I know.
Sports or news. And, but I do remember at my previous job, in the 80s in Spokane when I was anchoring, they had all these parties around the city to watch an episode of a TV show called Dallas because everybody wanted to tune in to find out who shot JR.
Oh, okay. See? So there you go. So this is the new Dallas. This is the Dallas of 2025.
This is the new Dallas. All right. So when it comes to our love of movies, I just thought this was really interesting. I'm going to pop up a couple of graphics here so that you get an idea of what we're talking about. Oh, nope. That was last hour's
Yeah,
stuff.
Eat more fruit.
Okay. Hang on, everybody. Yeah. Well, okay. Here we go. Top movie searches, since we're talking about what's going to be happening tonight. Number 1 is K-pop Demon Hunters, then Sinners, which is interesting because I don't think it's been like a mega hit, a box office smash, but man, it's getting a lot of love for possible Oscar.
Yeah. I mean, this one's everywhere. It is still hanging out there too, pretty high on the Netflix top 10.
Yeah.
It's still in there. And then Sinners, we've talked about that a few times.
Yep. And then,
so good.
Yeah, the Minecraft movie, Happy Gilmore 2, and Thunderbolts. Those were the top movie searches of the year. Now, here's the next thing. I thought this one was really interesting too. Let's go to that next graphic. I'm looking here.
I've never heard of Thunderbolts.
Okay, so these are the top trending people. By the way, we're about to show you the top 5 overall searches. But just in terms of people, number 1 was Zoran Mondani.
Wow.
I don't know if that was like before or after the election or before or after he went to the White House, and it was like brotherly love between him and the president.
Changed. Yeah. You know what's interesting too? I was listening to a report on my drive in this morning.
Yes.
He's getting sworn in tonight
at
in
midnight.
an abandoned subway station below City Hall.
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wonder why. I don't know that he's come out and said maybe why, if it was just logistically a better idea?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's to call attention to the way the subway system is down there.
I don't know. Yeah, to highlight that he's a mayor of the people, whatever, maybe. Tyler
Robinson, D4VD, Erica Kirk, and Pope Leo. First time we've ever had a Chicago White Sox fan become a pope.
There you go.
All right, one more. And this is the top overall search for 2025. We're going to move on from that one to this one, which of course, the loss of Charlie Kirk is just, it's still so painful for so many people. And we've just seen an outpouring. He lived here. He and Erica both lived here, made their home here, started their family here. And TPUSA just was overwhelmed with flowers and cards and teddy bears and balloons and American flags. And it was really something. But number 2, overall, believe it or not, was K-pop Demon Hunters. Of everything people searched in 2025. How about that?
Interesting. Yeah, that was parents trying to figure out what their kids were so into and why.
Yeah.
Labubu.
Yeah, good one.
Labubus were number 3. Look at that.
Yeah.
iPhone 17 also making the list. And to round it out there, Ron.
The One Big Beautiful Bill Act. We were talking about that. I feel like these events, they come and go so fast in Washington, although sometimes it seems like they drag out forever. And so this happened. And just now I try to really pay attention to the business channels, but just now are they starting to say, okay, so to this economist or that expert or whatever in the market, then why are you optimistic about next year? The reporting I've seen says the average refund for 2025's taxes, meaning you're going to get it in March or April next year, is going to be $1,000 more than last year. So let's really, you know what? We should follow up. Let's see if that's a promise made that actually follows through, because I think if that's really the case, that really could maybe give the economy a boost. Okay, Des, before we say our goodbyes, let's do this. Have you decided upon a New Year's resolution?
We were chatting about it. Yeah, kind of, sort of. I have like a list of goals that I would just like to focus on in the new year. And obviously after being postpartum, there's a lot. I want to get back to me. So that's like, kind of one of the things.
I thought this was you.
And that no, but like more self-care and I'm caring for the babies.
Yes, you are. Your beautiful family.
Yeah, so a little more care for mom and journaling. For the kids, we had a great weekend. Just try, even if it's not long entries, just jotting down some core memories where one day they can go back and just at least be able to read some of like what their life was like.
I bet almost every day there's a fun or funny or cute story of something that D3 said or something the twins did.
Or the sweetest thing D3 said yesterday. I had a couple days off. It was nice to wake up to the kids.
Okay.
And I went to go get Demi, and he goes, "Mommy, we just all love Demi so much."
See, write that
yes,
down.
We do, honey.
And read it to him when he's graduating high school. I'm going to read more. How about that? We got to say our goodbyes. Happy New Year, everybody. But we'll be here for you tomorrow.
We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, we can talk more about this tomorrow.
Sure.
See you then.